Hello, this is Daniel Brawley, and I'm going to show you how to put together a program plan presentation using the steps in the program lifecycle. So the first step in the program lifecycle is the problem statement. The problem statement is what the task that your program will do and how they will do it. Um, for example, let's say my program I want to make is a quiz program or something. And on this quiz program, I'm going to tell how the program is going to do it. So, I'm going to put how many. I'm going to put 3 questions on the quiz, and I'm going to put like true or false or something. And how is the program going to do this? I'm going to code it. Alright, after you've done that, the next part is the making a plan or the algorithm stage. So the algorithm page, I'll explain it through Paint. It's a bit easier. So you're gonna make, for what I like to do, there's many ways to write this. Make the plan. You can do pseudocode or flowchart. I like doing flowchart. So I think I'm gonna do the top down since it's easier for a quiz type. So we'll start right here. This is question 1, and then we're gonna have it branching out immediately. Let's say let's see, what do I ask here? Let's say Snoopy I might spell that wrong. Snoopy is Snoopy a dog? And then I'll put 2 bubbles right here. If let's say this is no, if you answer no right here, and then I put a yes right here. So put there. So let's say you say no, Snoopy is not a dog, which is wrong. So what I would do is maybe I would go back to maybe put a fail right here, start over. Might be a little bit out the bubble, but whatever. You get the point. So if you say no, you have to start over. So so you'll go back to question 1 immediately. And what this whole thing right here is, this is called a loop. It will keep looping me back if you keep making this response right here. And you'll keep looping through this whole question right here, if Snoopy is a dog, until you get the desired outcome, which is yes, right here. If you hit yes, you'll continue on the quiz. So let's say the next question is does Charlie Brown wear a striped or does Charlie Brown wear a green shirt? And then we'll put no, he doesn't. Yes, he does. If you say yes, I'll just fail, and then I'll start you back to question 1. Another loop decision. I'll put B for Charlie Brown there. If you go all the way over here, then you'll go to the next question. And then the last question, let's say, does Linus have a blanket? And then I'll put, yes or no. I'll put yes over here, it'd be easier. And then no over here. If you choose no, obviously Linus does have a blanket. Linus, I mean. So I'll send him all the way. I'll send him back over here. Another loop decision. And then you put yes over here. Pass. Smiley face. Ooh. And this would be what this would look like. This is what basically would be a algorithm. You could use this in different applications, such as a login. You could you can get really complex with these flowcharts, and maybe it it can get it could really get complicated, complex with these loop decisions. You have all these branching type things. Maybe it would be easier to think of it as like something like Detroit Becomes Human. If you ever finish a chapter in that game, you would see the outcomes that you could have taken. There's many branching decisions that you could have made. The only problem with like using that example as an example is that they don't really have looping decisions. Well, they don't really have them. They just have like little extra things that you can go into. Alright, so the next, I won't save this. The next step going into the program lifecycle is programming your algorithm, which I just deleted. Basically, you would, program you would write the code, or you would write the code of you would turn your algorithm into a computer language, which could be, BASIC, Java, Python, C++, whatever you choose, whatever you think is best to write your program. Let's say, for my quiz, I use Java. So I would use Java to incorporate that into my program, or I'd write the algorithm with Java using that Java. And then you would compile all that together into the source code. Excuse me. And then once you do that, you want to debug, and debugging is pretty simple. You just double check your code, make sure everything's okay, to make sure you don't have any syntax errors. After you get done with debugging, you would go into testing. With beta testing, with testing and step 5, the final step. Okay, let me try step 5 again. Let me try saying this again. The 5th step is testing and documentation. So, if I want to test my quiz, maybe I'll give it to a kid, or let's say if I'm a teacher, I go and give this quiz program to to one of my classes, and see if they have any problems going through the quiz, to make sure there's, it's crashing, or, anything bad going on that's not intended for the program. The program I wrote, is only made to do the quiz. If you're doing anything else, if it's not taking the quiz, then the program is not working. Once you do beta testing, if you have any more errors, bugs, whatever, fix them. And then, if you think you've got all the bugs situated now, you can finally release your product. A quiz, programming a quiz, probably not the best example. But, yeah. And then documentation, you would just document the development of your program. So I would write about, if I had any troubles going through it. I write the technical details of writing the program into there. And then I would document how the code works, and any extra details that you like to put in your documentation. Let's see. Also, one note I would like to put out: when you're writing your algorithm, make sure to put it really detailed. If you're writing your algorithm, I would say write it as if you're, let's say, write it like you're explaining this to a person that's never, done what you're doing, never heard of it. Like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and explaining it to a 4-year-old. Yeah, that would probably be the best example when you're going through these kind of stuff. Explain it like you're explaining it to a kid. Excuse me. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.